So being a gay male engineer in my work hasn't had any significant impact on my development that I know about. Moments in time when it did become a question mark was around when I was considering my PhD. So I was sponsored by the Qatar, I did my PhD at the Qatar Carbonates and Carbon Storage Research Centre based at Imperial College London. It was funded by a Middle Eastern petroleum company. And I really wrangled with, if I ever had to do a secondment overseas, it really played on my mind as a 21-year-old about to start my PhD. What would that look like? Would I be able to go overseas? Would I have to go back in the closet? Could I be open about, because I am very open, could I be open about the fact that I have a partner? I was engaged at the time, actually, so I'd just gotten engaged to my now husband. So it really played on my mind. I don't like not being able to be who I am. So that was definitely one standout moment where my sexual orientation played into decisions that I made. But, thankfully, through being open and speaking about my concerns with my supervisors, they allayed any fears about that, and I would have the full support of the university. And for all intents and purposes, it wouldn't bear any hindrance on my progression. So yeah, I decided to take the post and studied and completed my PhD. In terms of working in industry, I found that the conversation around diversity has been very focused on women, cisgendered women in engineering, and sexual orientation, gender identity never really gets touched upon. Hence why I set up Inter-Engineering to connect, inform and empower LGBT plus engineers and supporters, because I tried to set up an LGBT network at one of my employers where I've worked before, and it was too much too soon. The organisation weren't ready for it. So I made the decision to invest my efforts in a wider initiative that would have impact across the industry. And it's been really great to see in the 5 years since Inter-Engineering was founded, LGBT networks cropping up left, right and centre in different organisations, in different engineering companies, representation at Pride marches up and down the UK and internationally on the built environment and the construction sector. I've since had requests for sister organisations to be created in Australia, in New York. There's another organisation that's been set up. So really seeing the sexual orientation, gender identity as a diversity strand being focused on within the engineering sector. That brings me great value and great satisfaction, really.